Hello there, Pisces. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of January the 13th through the 19th. I am going to be pulling one card for each day, and we'll take a peek at what card comes up, what kind of psychic impressions I get around that, to look at what are the themes of the days as we go through the week. So let's get some cards on the table. While I'm doing that, I will tell you guys, if you want to support this channel, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee account now. You can use that's in the description box below. Or if you would like to schedule a private reading, feel free. My website also is in the description box below. Everything you need to know is right there. Let's look at your cards, Pisces. What we have first is the Ace of Swords. This just tells me that you're having a new epiphany or a new understanding of something coming in straight up the beginning of the week on Monday. And this card, whenever it shows up, you're not only understanding something that you were trying to understand about a particular thing in your life, but also you're having this new understanding that it makes puzzle pieces fit together all over the place. And this is interesting. This card's been pretty popular for all the signs this week. So I would say you're probably like the fifth sign to get this one. So almost everybody, well, almost half of us are getting those kinds of epiphanies coming in. Let's look at Tuesday. This is another really popular card, but it's coming in upside down and in reverse. For you guys, it came in reverse. This just basically says that Tuesday is not a good time to ask for a promotion or a raise or anything that you've been trying to time and you've been wondering, is this the right time? Tuesday is not it, okay? Tuesday is a good time to do some behind the scenes work to get ready for some opportunities that might come your way, that you would like to have come your way. I used to know this guy who was a landscaper, and if he did not have a lot of work happening, then he would go and clean up all of his machinery. He would make sure that it was working properly, that it all had, gas, that the oil was changed on all of it, all of that good stuff. That's kind of what this card is talking to me about, just being prepared so that when you have an opportunity, you can actually go for it, whatever opportunity you're trying to create. For him, he was trying to create, of course, landscaping opportunities. So when somebody called him and they wanted him to come do some work, he was ready. All he had to do was load up the appropriate equipment and go. So do some behind the scenes work to get ready for opportunities. That's what Tuesday is for. Wednesday, we have a very nice card, 10 of coins showing up here. This talks about reaching some kind of goal or marker as far as your stability and your security. So stability and security is really interesting because sometimes it has to do with we get our stability and security from our relationships, and sometimes we get it from our money and our assets. So this card can talk about upgrading a relationship or upgrading an asset or upgrading our income, anything like that. And then on Thursday, we have a devil card showing up on Thursday. This just tells me we're dealing with something toxic on Thursday. And I think we're going to clarify and see a little bit more about that before we close out this video. But right now I want to get through the rest of the week. Friday, what we have showing up here is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This says on Friday we're giving somebody either a gift or a second chance. Now, I'm a Scorpio, so I will tell you, for me, if I give you a second chance, you're getting a gift. So that's why, for me, whenever I see this card, you're giving somebody a gift or a second chance, because to me, they are kind of the same. But it doesn't have to be a second chance. You could be giving somebody a tangible gift. Now, let's look at your weekend. Okay, Pisces. Empress showing up in reverse for your Saturday. This just means that you're manifesting exactly the opposite of what you want on Saturday. How are you doing that? You're doing that because you're thinking about what you're afraid of, what you're anxious about, rather than what you really want. So when you catch yourself thinking in that direction towards what you're anxious about or what you're afraid of, try to think about, yeah, but what if? And then fill out the rest of that sentence with what you would really like to have happen. Yeah, that might happen, but what if? And then if you can't really do that, if that's too much of a stretch for you, then you want to focus on something completely different that's going well, that'll take some of that momentum away from manifesting that thing that you're anxious about or afraid of. Okay, so make this card a liar, please. You'll be much happier if you do. Now, next thing that we have is for Sunday. Look at that. We have the sun card on Sunday. Isn't that hilarious? By the way, I predict basketball games too. And one of the names of the basketball teams, I don't even know what city they're from. Some of you might, is called the Suns. More often than not, whenever I'm trying to predict those basketball games, the sun card will show up whenever I'm looking at that team. And if it shows up right side up, I know they're winning. If it shows up in reverse, I know they're not. Isn't that interesting how Spirit has such a sense of humor? Anyway, so on Sunday, we do have the sun card showing up in reverse. And this just says that you're doing something along with somebody else. So you're not doing this by yourself. And what you're doing is something that makes you feel happy, satisfied, productive. And you're doing it without anybody looking over your shoulder or breathing down your neck, trying to set deadlines or otherwise micromanage you. So you and your person may be making compromises along the way, but you're still doing something that you really enjoy. All right, let's understand what this double card is talking about on Thursday. What does that have to do with for my Pisces friends? Double card on Thursday. What are you trying to talk to Pisces about so that they can have a heads up and have a game plan in place so this devil card does not get to influence their day? Let's see what we have. All right. That's interesting. I think you've got something going on here with a family member, and I think you're trying to actually upgrade the level of stability and security with the family, or maybe just with the household if you just have tribe members, not people related by blood in the house. There's something going on here where you've got somebody being that's really insecure and they're being really deceptive. So I'm not sure. The first thing that Spirit like put into my mind as I was looking at these cards is there was a point in my life when I was married to my first husband that we had been going to church and I wanted to start tithing. And I had actually started tithing. I was the one that handled the checkbook and stuff. So basically, we had started tithing, and all of our savings was going down, down, down as we were tithing. And that is not what the Bible teaches is supposed to happen when you tithe. And so I remember I was having a conversation with God basically while I was walking around at work on break. It's just inside my head. I just told him, if you want me to tithe, you're going to have to do something about this income because nothing has changed and I'm going to look pretty silly if I'm a tither and I'm a broke tither. Like, that's not going to look good on you any more than me. And so I think it was like 2 days later, I got a raise, and the raise worked out that by the time they got done taking out taxes and blah, 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 it actually worked out to be like a 10% raise net. Okay, so that was upgrading the stability and the security of the family. And as soon as I got the raise, like as soon as my husband heard that I got this raise, even knowing our situation, he decided to go out and buy a brand new car and signed my name on a contract to buy a brand new car with a brand new car loan that totally chewed away my whole new raise. So this is what this like pops into my head when I look at this toxicness and how it's actually clarified by the Lenormand. Now, obviously, it's not going to be the same exact situation, but it really comes up to me like you're doing something good that's upgrading the level of stability and security for the family, not just for you. And there's somebody that is coming along that sees this as an opportunity and they're being a little bit sneaky about how they handle it. And they could really shoot this thing in the foot. So you just want to be really aware of what's going on with your upgrade. And you want to be really clear with people about, like what this is for. So you don't have somebody coming and taking your upgrade and then making it so like it just never happened, basically. All right. So that's what we have. I hope that makes sense for you guys, Pisces. I hope you have a fantastic week. If I don't see you here before the next video for a Reiki session or a reading or mentoring or whatever, then I will see you on the next video. And I hope you all have a fantastic week. Peace out.